Good morning, day, afternoon, good night. It makes me think about that moment from the Truman Show. And in case if I don't see you, good morning, good day, good afternoon, and good night. Yes, well, that's it. Boys and girls, hello and welcome. This is part 40, and a lot of parts, man. It's mind blowing. In the previous part, I did some quests. I didn't do much. Mostly two quests that took most of my time in the previous part was the Passiflora Gwent tournament um, and Hattori's Master Blacksmith quest. And then in the end I was looking for a quest. There is a victim of Gontarodim, a woman that was transformed into some kind of a creature. She looks a little bit like a water hag. And after my extensive researches, I realized that this quest is actually in the Blood and Wine DLC, so I won't be able to do it now. Now, I was thinking a lot about what quest should I do in this part, because you see the problems that I'd like to start the Blood and Wine DLC, but Blood and Wine is it's a very cool place, and there are a lot of good quests, but when you finish the Blood and Wine DLC, it feels like the ending of The Witcher 3. Of course you can play after that, but it feels a little bit weird to come back to Velen or Novigrad or Skellige to finish random Witcher contracts or make some missions. So what I think that what I'll do is that I will, this part and maybe next part, I will keep making these random quests and contracts, and when I finish them all, I will start the Blood and Wine DLC expansion pack. This is what I'm gonna do. So that's it. And let's begin this adventure with let's speak with this rune bride.
Go.
It's kind of far. And you know, I was thinking about, it's funny, I was watching my own videos. It sounds weird. Sometimes I'm rewatching things just to edit them or to cut certain things out or something. I'm not really making any edits when I'm at least for this videos. I'm just uploading them to YouTube because I'm making them more or less short, at least for The Witcher. I'm making them around 2 hours. I was thinking about the optimal time and I came to a conclusion that 2 hours is the most optimal time, considering that The Witcher 3 is a very long game. Oh, I found some village.
Run, Roach.
Well, I came to a conclusion that 2 hours is the most optimal time because there are a lot of things to cover. There are a lot of quests, a lot of things to do. So 2 hours is the making 5-hour videos and streams at the same time. It's kind of pointless, but 2 hours is probably the best option.
My mommy says hello.
But I'm doing certain highlights, at least I've decided to do it recently to do some certain highlights on Twitch videos to keep them, because streams are basically disappearing, and so I'm cutting certain things, and I just need to verify some videos, not even for Twitch, but generally speaking, to understand whether you hear me, what about the quality and stuff. Basically, I think a lot of YouTubers and Twitch streamers are doing that. Nothing really special. And
Smells like solutions, reagents. Wonder what's cooking.
there's another one. And so by rewatching it, you actually notice certain things. And what's interesting is that, where am I even going?
Smells of... they were cooking Fistech. Took most of the equipment, only left what was broken.
Is there a quest here?
Open window. Boot print on the bed. Somebody was in a hurry. True as true can be. Dangerous trade, narcotics.
This is the ladder. I got... oh man. It's such a mess in my inventory. Look at that. Oh, I don't know. Where is the ladder? I did a quick sword, but what does it change? Well, I don't know what happened in this village.
Footprints. Uneven. Someone ran through here.
So I was rewatching some of my videos, and it's funny. I feel like it's a typically foreigner problem. Probably people who live in United States cannot relate to that. I mean, I'm speaking about Americans.
Stopped here for a second, hid, then ran on.
But you can know. It's about making mistakes. You can know all the rules, yet still make mistakes when you speak, and it's very interesting. Very interesting situation.
Scar on his forehead. Must be Clivert. Bolt in the back. Went in deep, so a close range shot. From the village, what that direction looks like.
Whatever. It's that girl who asked me to. Oh no, I didn't want to make that quest. She was very arrogant. Disappear. What direction?
Scar on his forehead. Must be Clivert. Bolt in the back. Went in deep, so a close range shot. From the village, what that direction looks like.
Village, but the village is over there. Over there. Not sure. What am I actually doing?
Crossbow bolt and footprints deep. Shooter must have been wearing heavy armor.
So you might know all the possible rules, but you still make this weird and kind of silly mistakes. The best example that I can give you is putting the S at the end of the verb in the third person. So I eat, he eats, right? And you know the rule. I know the rule. But it's funny that when you find yourself in this kind of a whirlwind of a situation where you when you need to explain things and you explain certain things, you basically make those at least, like, as I said, by rewatching my own stream and my own videos, I find that I make some mistakes. While I know not all the rules, okay, I don't know all the rules. I'm definitely not a scholar, not a scientist. I don't know English super well, but I feel like I know some rules, and even though I know those rules, I still sometimes I'm making those mistakes, and I'm not sure why. See, that's what I'm asking myself. Is it because of lack of practice? How does it work?
Footprints leading towards the hill. Someone's still there.
Is it because of lack of practice, or how does it work? So let's say if I move to US and if I practice English every single day everywhere, will that make me speak better? Probably, most definitely, but at the same time there are foreigners who move to other countries, and when they speak, they still make mistakes. So what is the solution to this situation? Just practice more? Or is it a typically foreigner thing when you learn a language and you make some mistakes when you speak? But there are people who learn languages even when they're kids. Not even, but when they're kids. And they still speak perfectly fine. But with languages, you see, it's a very interesting thing, very interesting observation. Our brain works in a very particular way. The knowledge that we gather from different sources, they come in some kind of layers, right? So let's suppose you learn a language. It doesn't matter, Spanish, Chinese, or something. Chinese, let's say Chinese. You learn Chinese, and you let's say you learn it to the point where you don't have any accent, you speak perfectly fine and stuff. But then what happens is that for some reason you don't practice it enough.
Show me what you got.
What happened? With the damage.
How do you wish to die? Faster, for fuck's sake! Throw him! Come on, all together! Eternal fire!
Come on.
So you learn Chinese, and everything stops here. Why? Found a bandit camp, but oh, look at that. Found restaurant. There are a few poems, okay. That's not what we look for. Oh, look at that.
A diagram? Seem to be Ophiri markings on it. Might find someone who could explain them to me.
Get a better. It's a heavy armor. But look, I got a order of the flame nose gauntlets. And I have gauntlets. Okay, so you have only gauntlets and the main armor. So I can drop this one. And I can drop this one as well. This is for okay, I'm level 38. No, don't. To attack Bowdown. I have heard rumors the abandoned village of Bowdown's abandoned no more. A pack of common bandits have moved in and made it into their own little fistic manufactory. We cannot allow this. I'm issuing the order to attack the village and exterminate the vermin. will make an example, strike some terror in everyone's hearts. Haul any equipment and supplies to our lab northwest of Brunvik. Destroy everything else. Making the quest that I'm not supposed to be making. You see, I didn't get any leads. Well. And so you learn Chinese. And you speak perfectly fine, and you don't have any problems. What if I leave a marker here, just in case? Northwest. It's over there somewhere? There's nothing there. Or northeast. Doesn't matter, I'm going over there. So you have learned Chinese, you speak it perfectly, you don't have any problems. But then for some reason you can't use it, and you start to do something else. I don't know. You change your professional path, and you decide to become a biologist or a web developer. Doesn't matter.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Stop following me, Roach. And you start to lose this all your skills in a, as I said, in a very funny and weird way, because basically our memory works like layers, different layers. And let's say Chinese is your first layer, but then you start to I don't know, you have some events that are happening in your life. You start to maybe date someone, or one of your family member dies. It comes as a second layer, strong emotions and stuff. Then there's another layer of let's say you start a new job and you need to learn something new for that job. It's a new layer. And then there's something else. You start to do some sport, you start to practice some sport, you start to dance or something like that. You see, another layer comes. So you end up with this Chinese, if you're not practicing it, as a first layer, and it kind of becomes unused. So your memory kind of starts to your brain starts to get rid of that. You do not forget it completely, but you'll need time to refresh your memory to remember all the things that you have done and you have learned, you see. So it's a very interesting thing, because if you're not practicing something regularly enough, in order to take this first layer and put it above the last layer that arrived, you will end up with this first layer being completely submerged in those other layers of different information. And so this, I feel like this regular practice, it's important, but is it enough to... I already have confidence. But is it enough to actually to be good at something? That's what I'm asking myself. How to not make mistakes if you know all the rules that you need to know. How to speak without making mistakes. That's something interesting. It's something, as I said, it's typically the case when you are using another language. When you're learning a second, third, or fourth language, you see. There should be some kind of a strategy to avoid making mistakes. You need to practice it regularly. And not only practice, because there are people who are practicing languages. There are people who move to other countries and they use on a daily basis a foreign language. But despite the fact that they are using it regularly, despite the fact that they are kind of practicing it, they are still making mistakes. So it's not simply about learning a language, it's also about constantly analyzing yourself, analyzing what you say, which will help you. Oh, that's
Let's
the
go.
game that, which will help you to avoid making mistakes in some ways. Of course, it's not a perfect solution, but it might partially help you. See, for example, if you record a video in a foreign language, you might re-watching it and analyzing your own and listening what you say might help you in a situation where for your language skills. It might help you to get better. But that's not the only thing. You also need to I think that you need to watch some kind of educational channels and constantly remind yourself all these rules, you see. It's to not forget them. It's kind of interesting because that's basically what happens if you attend a church and you listen all the biblical principles. Because that's what happens during those meetings. At some point, all the potential topics that can be talked about are being depleted, are being used. So you find yourself in a situation where at some point the meetings that are happening, they start to repeat themselves because it's not that they repeat themselves, it's just it's part of a program, I guess. You're not constantly learning something new. Let's say there is a program, a little bit like in school, and you need to reread it, rewatch it to the cursor
The storm.
to
damn it.
remember all those things, because at some point you start to forget them, you see, because things, they come in layers and you start to... It's a little bit like with books, you see. You can have a very big library with a lot of books, but at some point books will get dusty if you're not using them, you see. So you need to use them regularly, constantly, in order for not them get dusty. The Oxenford Vicaria of the Church of the Eternal Fire hereby grants a dispensation from the duty of conducting worship in the Chapel of the Eternal Fire to the residents of the following villages: Broomwick, Erde, and Hedel. For reasons as yet unexplained, foul powers have overtaken this village's holy site, befooling the church's majesty and tainting its sacred ground. Until a professional exorcist can be summoned, the above-listed settlements are advised against visiting their cemetery and the adjacent chapel. Locked. But the church is not here. Where is it? And so that's it, you see. So I think with other things it works exactly the same way. So you basically need to constantly study something, constantly practice your skills, otherwise you will forget them. See, and it works with languages, it works the same way as with everything else. It's not only about biblical studies or web development or something like that. You need to practice everything constantly. Why there are people here?
Hang your head from my saddle.
That is kind of weird. Why are there people here? It was written that they should not visit the cemetery. They're a hunter, a peasant. That's weird. Well. And so with languages, it's exactly the same thing. So you can perfectly speak Chinese, without any accent and stuff, but eventually you will forget it because you're not using it enough. So it's like a reminder to everyone and to myself as well that you need to constantly listen, you need to constantly practice, watch videos, maybe, I don't know, speak with people in order to not find yourself in a situation where you make kind of silly mistakes while you know that it's not correct, yet you still. Oh, that's interesting. While you know the rules. Well, I'll drop this one. Very well known. I have not left, not a blooming thing. All I can do now is pass on my family's tale of horror and woe, then pass on myself soon as I've written it all up in this letter. Seems a faded dream now, but there were a time when we were happy, my beautiful wife, Ornesta, and myself. We were married in high style with a fitting feast. Then a year later, our dear Mildburga was born. Folk praised the wind's beauty, said she were the spitting image of her mom. Ornesta get all cross when they talked like that, but I paid it no heed at the time. Soon enough our family grew. First Matilda, then Ethel, came into the world, both fair as angels. But Ernesto, well, I'll never forget the eve she sat there, combing her long chestnut hair while the girls cried and cried. I said to her, "Love, I reckon the lasses are hungry." That's when she lashed out at me for the first time. Said they'd no right to be hungry. They'd stolen her beauty and her youth, that she should be more than enough to feed on. That should be more than enough to feed on. I should have known it then. I should have guessed madness had burrowed into my love's head, and every compliment paid to her lass's beauty made it burrow even deeper. Year by year the young zones grew taller and more lovely, but times not so kind to the old, and Ornesta weren't spared its cruelty, which took her skin spring and its sheen of youth. One night I was awoken by a startling moon which lit all the world in an eerie glow. I looked around the hut and saw it was empty. I ran out the door and followed a set of bare footprints leading to the cemetery by the chapel. Seeing that, my heart jumped into my throat. I found them, all three, lying around the fountain. Were I not been their father, I'd never have recognized them. Deep gashes mutilated their fair faces. Strips of skin and hunks of flesh were strewn all about. As I stood beholding this butchery, I had the feeling someone was watching me, and I weren't mistaken. Ernesto stood there on a stool by a lone tree. She had a rope wrapped round her neck like some demonic necklace. They took it from me, all of it, all I had, all I cherished, she said. Then she jumped. She's dead. My Ernesto, my 3 daughters, dead as well. I'll soon join them. I've taken all I have and gave it to the gods. Perhaps they'll forgive me and my beloved Ernesto. I need a bomb. Where's the bomb? No. Moondust contains silver splinters that temporarily prevent monsters from transforming and regenerating. That's what I need, right? Enhanced Moondust. Moondust is better than Jordan. New moon boots. Oh, look at that. Medium armor. I'll drop these boots. It looks pretty interesting. Black one. The black kind of tunic or something. I'd like to have some gloves as well. I don't like these gloves. I don't like the way they look. I mean, they look fine, but with other heavy armor pieces, but when it's only heavy gauntlets and other things are light, medium, and light, it just feels weird, you know? Like it's out of place. But there was no Witcher contract or anything for this thing, so I just kind of did it. Well, there's nothing left here. Completely mad mother. People are back.
Hey,
Well, I guess you can come here. I liberated you. So yeah, that was the story about practicing things, and the importance of always always refreshing your memory. It's kind of far. I'll go there later maybe. I don't know. Where is that quest? Here's the one. I still don't. I don't know where can I find Mistletoe. I didn't have it. And there's another thing that there's another story that I randomly realized, random thing. But I'll tell you that after
Stranger,
this quest.
greetings. Might you be interested in a moment's chat?
There's a room right, and there's a merchant.
You're a long way from Ophir.
A long way, and with dangers fraught. But in our homeland, they say, in risk, there is honor.
Got a ring to it. Not true in my experience, though. Faced plenty of risks. Honor, not so much.
Because risk issues from intent. Important is this intent. The long passage I brave to admire the unknown and bring glory to myself and my liege. The world we must explore, virgin lands discover, new knowledge garner among our brothers than to spread. For is there in life a beauty greater than to admire the new, to stand in awe of the never-ending creation of the world?
That mean I've landed in a camp of explorers and philosophers?
Indeed, your customs we come to observe, knowledge to exchange, and goods, naturally, to trade.
Found this diagram. Think the markings might be Ophiri. Can't decipher them. Willing to help?
This writing I recognize. We arrived in this land to immediate trouble. Local men, frankly rogues. Attacked we were. These are good instructions to forge fantastic gear fit for a king. To the ruler here I was to present them. But assist me. Retrieve the entire set, and I shall draft duplicates marked in the tongue of your craftsmen.
Sounds like a fair deal. Think I can probably find those diagrams for you.
These bandits, they knights seemed. They blow even harder.
Where did it happen, this attack?
At the crossroads, a sawmill near to it, and the ruins of a residence to the north, I believe.
See what I can do. Farewell.
It is to see you again. Quite the pleasure.
Quite the mount you've got.
Ah, yes. A loyal friend I have in Babietza, and she is wiser than many a man. Countless races we have won together.
So, an explorer and a jockey in one.
From where I come, small children ride, and not a gathering is by a horse race not crowned.
Heard a lot of good things about Ophiri mares. Their speed. Care to race?
Swift as the western winds are our mounts. To prove this would be an honor, so race we must.
Go, go. Come on.
Be swift. I would see you at full speed. Take your mouth to her limits.
Hey! Open the gate!
Be swift. I would see you at full speed.
Mistake.
Take your mouth to her limits.
Fiery mares may be swift as the wind. Not quite as fast as my roach, though.
I congratulate you. A saddle for your mount, your reward. A contest to commemorate. It will make you a rider even swifter.
Thanks. Like your new gear, Roach?
Much may be said of a man by how he treats his horse. Our myths tell of a time when love brought together the skies and the steppe. And from their union was born the first mare. Weak were the creatures called men. They fell prey to countless dangers. The mare nursed them. Her milk fed them. Strong they grew. And she let them saddle her. Warriors they became, and gave fight to their foes. The myths teach us to respect our horses. Noblest among all beasts.
Beautiful story. Thanks for that and the race. What did you bring from Ophir? Mind if I have a look?
That Gwen cards. Oh. Look at that. These saddlebags are better. I'll buy them. Got a little bit of money, but I can level sell my stuff. Can I? Level 66. Useless. Level 21 useless as well. White Tiger. I lost the armor, so it's kinda useless as well. Of Fury, Shard of Warrior. I'm gonna use them probably. So we got a New Moon gauntlets, New Moon boots, and we got a Skellige stuff. I didn't have Skellige shoes. Oh boy. Wow. No Guardian trousers. No Guardian shoes. Skellige. Oh, here. Skellige Festive Sleepers. This is the one. There's another Skellige Bridges. So there is the Order of the Flaming Rose. Gauntlets, but no, nothing else. Executioner boots. What is even that? I'm not sure. Skellig Skeleton. I don't really need it. I can sell it probably. Because I'm already using the new Moon armor, right? Mountain Fog Boots. Useless. Heavy armor, metal cannon, trousers. Useless as well. I'm not gonna use it. I don't really like heavy sets. Because of the stamina regeneration, it slows it down. You are more resistant to hits, but I can use science. I'd rather use Quen or Irden or something or to protect myself and use science rather than use my sword and not use any science. Science are quite fun. But we can get rid of this one. No. A mistake. Well. Like that. Go away. Well. So what I want to tell you a random story, since I'm doing, I don't know what am I doing in my life. I was checking random videos on Twitch and stuff, and I actually realized something. It's so very weird. Well, it's my own kind of. It's not a problem, but it's like more of a observation or something. No. So I actually realized that I'm, as weird as it sounds, and I realized that by watching Ornate Trope, I sold all the. Oh wait, this is the one, right? Part of the same set. Ornate Robe and a Fury Sharavar. Not sure. But I lost shoes. That's the problem. Wow. Oh no, wait, I didn't lose them. Because the shoes that I'm using right now are the shoes that
Take care now.
Vladimir used, right? This is the one, Ornate Boots. This black stuff is not bad, I like it. Can I use... You can probably use this one. Like that I'm Man in Black. Not bad. I can use Newman gauntlets like that. I'm all in black. Look at that. Look at that stylish man. Wow. Wow. I got a bunch of useless swords that I should probably sell, but so I checked some videos of people streaming The Witcher and some other games, and actually realized that I don't like
Greetings.
Greetings, and praise the world in its never-ending creation.
Don't take this the wrong way, but honestly, world doesn't deserve much praise.
Nordlings. Disagreeable always. Faces crinkled, soured, ready to quibble to death even a simple greeting. Aha! But my tongue now has soured, while you for trade have come. Sadly, I can forge for you nothing. My belongings, tools inclusive, all lost.
You a craftsman or a mage?
Your tongue has no word to fit my trade. A scholar and artisan I am. Part craftsman, part mage. Gematria, runecraft. Familiar to you are these words?
No. Runecraft seems pretty self-explanatory, though.
True, though my craft further ventures. Runes and glyphs I first make, then arrange into powerful magic words. Great practical applications as my art. For rune stones properly forged in a sword set so as to form a magic word, the blade more power grant than runestones set haphazardly. Such words, too, can of glyphs be made and set in armor.
Listen, folks sometimes hire me to solve their problems. Even retrieved a missing item or two in my time.
For me, this you cannot do. I sailed upon a great ship. It sank, and my instruments took to the sea's dark depths.
Buying replacements not an option?
Of my own design they were, specially forged. A fortune it cost to make them. And all the coin that with me I had brought lies now in the murky abyss with my instruments.
Seems your skills could be useful to me. Given that, I'd be happy to help you out. What do you say I get you the coin you need? Could pay me back in runes and glyphs.
Is it certain, your offer? A great sum I require. Tools of great expense I need to make even the simplest glyph. I make no mention of the more advanced or master-crafted.
Rest easy. Got a feeling this'll be a good investment.
You see, it costs a lot, like really a lot. 5,000 for the first offer, as I said, the simplest one. But for the master craftsman, to make those runes, it will cost even more. I need to play a couple more Gwent tournaments to make some money, but no, we're limited to one, so the one and only Gwent tournament. So what to do in this situation? I need to sell all my stuff.
Got some coin on me. This enough?
Start it is.
Costly craft.
Yet the costs do not end with coin. Need I shall also a jade stone of size substantial.
See what I can do.
Big guys. So I was thinking about the
Apparently, likely to find some small jade deposits northeast of Novigrad. Ought to try my luck there.
So I checked some videos of people playing The Witcher and stuff, and I realized that as weird as it sounds, and it really sounds weird because I got nothing against girls. That's a very weird beginning. But I don't follow a single girl anywhere on YouTube or Twitch. Twitch, I'm not following anyone. Okay, no, I'm following a couple of studios and Dota 2 TI channel, just to watch the international videos. And a couple of other studios, but studios are not streamers. I mean, are not kind of unique. There are several people who work there. They hire talents and analysts and stuff. So because let's say some people analyze one event, it doesn't particularly mean that they will work on the next event. They have some contracts, and it's true that mostly they work regularly there. But Dota 2 scene is very it changes super fast. So the analysts that were popular 2 or 3 years ago, they are not popular anymore. Some of them are still popular, but not all of them. So just a random explanation.
Not much jade here. Need to keep looking.
But apart from those studios and Dota 2 TI Twitch account, I'm not really following anyone. But on YouTube, all my subscriptions are basically are only guys, and that's funny because I sometimes watch some random videos which are made by girls, but I don't have a single subscription to a girl. That's so weird. Just a weird and interesting observation. But I think weird. I think there's nothing weird about it. I got nothing against girls. It's more of it depends on the type of content you watch. They'll kill me. There's just too many things. It depends on the type of content you watch. You see, the content I watch mostly, it's about education and stuff, and there's someone else there. The content that I watch is basically not covered by girls, and it's funny because I had female teachers in my school and university, and like I didn't have any problems with it. And like it's I should not probably relate it to the fact just because I'm not watching any girls, it doesn't mean that I have something against girls, right? But it's funny because I have like, I don't know, maybe 30 40 different subscriptions, channels that I follow, but usually the content that girls do are not really interesting for me, because I'm mostly following either tech channels, and tech channels in the vast, there are some girls that narrate that have tech channels, but I've seen their videos, but they didn't seem particularly interesting to me. Mate, if you're reading this letter, means you're a free man. New Dragonborn could never break you. I feel damn bad it was you they fingered back then. Fate. Okay, whatever. Redemption. So it's either tech channels, which are
jade. Now to extract some.
So it's either tech channels or some maybe historical channels or some kind of maybe philosophical channels or something like that. And those topics are mostly not covered by girls, you see. It's true that when sometimes I'm watching cooking videos, I'm not particularly subscribed to those videos, but I'm watching different recipes to learn new recipes, and it's true that in a lot of cases those are I have seen a lot of videos on channels that are narrated and were created by girls, and there is no problem with it, you say. But it's funny that how you can watch a certain type of content and it will be purely male. But I guess it's not really a problem. There's nothing bad about it. It's just a funny observation. But Twitch, for example, I don't like. I've checked some videos of. I don't really like watching anyone else on Twitch. I'm just a bet follower. That's what I call myself. I'm a bet follower. I'm not really. I don't watch any Twitch streamers. I find it boring, which is funny because I do that as well sometimes. Recently I started recording the videos that I'm recording, right? I started to stream them simultaneously on Twitch. So I'm kind of streaming as well, but I just find I have a very particular task to I'm kind of analyzing things, so this type of content is. I didn't find anything like that on Twitch. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It probably exists. It exists most definitely. But the vast majority of streamers are swearing, being toxic and stuff, so I don't really like it. But it's not because you don't like to watch someone that you can't do that yourself or something like that. But I've watched some videos of girls, and I don't find it particularly attractive. I don't know why guys are watching, but I guess we're all different. That's normal. See, if I don't like pineapples, it doesn't mean that pineapples are bad. I just don't like pineapples. So if I'm not watching any girls on Twitch or something like that, it doesn't mean that I'm somehow bad or I don't like girls or something like that. I find it's actually, I like speaking with girls, but the thing is, speaking with girls in real life, it's different than watching them on Twitch, because on Twitch it's a very different story. I don't like the fact that the vast majority of streamers, not all of them, but a lot of them, are being
Move it.
are looking for attention. The way they dress, the way they act, the way they speak, it's definitely not my style. And that's interesting, to kind of analyze your own habitudes and things that you watch and stuff. Very interesting thing to make this kind of retrospective of your own personality and your habitudes. I think in the vast majority of cases it depends on the personality, you see. There is not that much, for example, tech channels. I can say one thing for sure, it's tech channels. In the vast majority of cases, tech channels are being narrated and they were created by guys.
Made good use of my coin by the look of things.
The return to my craft. Know you not the pleasure it brings. I thank you.
Don't mention it. How's the work going?
Several lesser runes I've forged already. Practice, you see. Yet I sadden in thinking the tools and ingredients I possess are not fit to create better.
Got lucky. Found you some jade. Here.
Thank you, I do. If you to gaze wish at my handiwork, to do so I invite you.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what you got.
And you see, I can't sell stuff because I can't sell stuff. Blade from the bits, level 36. That's the blade that Tor gave. Can be useless. I got 2 Ophira blades. I already got Iris, so these blades are useless as well. Arrows, Taker, Spade. What do you want me to do with the shovel? A dancer. These prices. Cleaver hook. I can sell this one for him. And that's it, he doesn't have any money.
Craft something for me, would you?
Reservation. Any food consumed regenerates 400% more vitality, but everything tastes like pierogies. Once they reach the maximum level, adrenaline points steadily decline until they reach 0. During this time, vitality and stamina regeneration are accelerated and toxicity declines more quickly. Armor deflects for all armors. Lesser Glyph of Warden. That's interesting. I'll be back.
Thanks.
I'll be
so
back.
long.
So about the tech channels, in the vast majority of cases, guys are more interested by tech than girls. So no wonder that you find more tech channels that are narrated by guys and were created by guys than by girls, you see. And so, of course, from this big amount of channels, it's easier to find someone who you like because there are simply more channels, you see. So if you don't like something, you can go and look for another channel. While there are only a few channels, at least based on what I've seen, that are narrated by girls, and I didn't particularly like them. It's just, I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't work. I don't know why. It's like I don't like Pineapple. I don't know why I don't like it. For some reason I don't like it. I didn't decide. It's just sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. So that's it. So from those videos that I've watched a couple of channels throughout the time that I've spent on YouTube. I didn't find anything interesting for me. Just curious, you know, as I said, it's just a little observation, but I'm just curious how it works for other people. Are there anyone who you might follow? Are there any channels that are... Is it the same thing for you as for me, or is it different? Is it the same for Twitch or not? Because as I said, I don't find Twitch streamers particularly interesting. It's the case for everyone, for boys and girls, but for girls, it's, for some reason, it's especially the case.
What's this? Order of the Flaming Rose have a new seat? Not too shabby.
You listen, vagrant. Dunno why you're here, but take my advice. Go back to wherever you came from.
So, why are you still standing there? I need to smash your painting?
Wondering what you got inside, because it reeks of fist tech to me. Mind if I have a look, brethren?
Aye, we'd mind. Very much so.
enough of these games. I'm counting to 3, and you're gonna be gone when I'm done. Got it? 1, 2...
Got a better idea. You're all gonna count to 100. Got it?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Great start. Now step aside.
7, 8, 9, 10,
11.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
18, 19.
But you see, yet again, it's my own experience and it's my own perception.
25.
I just don't like. Maybe it's because I'm more focused on some kind of information, you see, and this is why I watch a bunch of different YouTube channels that are related to certain things, but in vast majority of cases, those channels are kind of people who are experienced in something, so I'm learning something from them, you see. I'm watching MKBHD, for example, on YouTube, because clearly he is interested in that, and you see that, and he is making a very normal, patient, and logic analysis of things. He explains things. Oh. So you don't have to use Igni, you can use R to get rid of this smelly things. Because he's just adequately analyzes things. He's not attacking, he's stuck. Oh boy. You see, because so he's just analyzing things and doing it absolutely normally, without any problems, dramas and stuff. And that's what I like. This is how I also want to be.
Not your lucky day.
Oh no, I made a mistake. I should have not done it.
Grey wolves crawled here to die!
I think they would attack me.
Get him from the left!
And so the vast majority of channels that I watch, they are like that. They are absolutely fine, logic calm, and they're just explaining things, you see. Because I really value knowledge. This is why I don't really like dramas and stuff. And on Twitch, in a lot of cases, people who are streaming on Twitch, they are either using it bad words or making dramas or something like that.
What? Lost your nerve?
So that's it. And I'm actually sometimes I'm checking what other people are streaming on Twitch and or something, and I got a lot of questions. Seriously, I got a lot of questions. Why people are even watching that? And I got no answers. But I guess, you see, it depends on your taste. If you like dramas, or you like, you know, people screaming in the mic. If you like, because a lot of people are doing weird things, you see. There are people who are absolutely normal, you see. But I'm speaking mostly about a lot of big kind of streamers or something like that, because there are a bunch of small streamers that are absolutely calm and they're streaming normally, but you don't kind of notice them, you don't find them, because they are buried in this in the discovery section. It's impossible to find anyone. So I absolutely understand why it happens. It's very hard to find something that is interesting for you, because, you know, people are not writing their biographies in the
Let's dance.
in the you can know for sure how the person is when you visit his or her channel, but so you need to watch for a couple of maybe minutes or even more to actually understand something, to understand the personality, to understand what he or she represents, and how to, whether it looks interesting to you or not. Another key, but I already have a key. Well, apparently I will make this quest in the end, even though she was being very
Move it!
rude and sassy. I can get rid, I can cancel it. I'd like to cancel it, but I can't cancel it. So that's it. But those were just, you know, random stories about Twitch and language and languages, language practice, more like.
Avenged your friend.
I knew you'd succeed, puss peepers. I knew it. Go on, out with it. Who was the bastard?
Bastards. Brethren of the Order of the Flaming Rose.
What you do to 'em? Scald 'em with hot irons, pick out their eyes, skin 'em alive.
No, just killed them.
So handsome and so boring. Here, puss peeps, your gold. Ought to be enough for an ounce of panache.
It's panache. I'm collecting coins because I think that the first time you paid 5k for that Fury guy, then you paid 10k, and I think there is another payment of 15k if I remember correctly. What else do I have? Let's sell this painting.
Ugh, there's no fucking integrity in this world. Last chance to surrender unorthodox books.
Why they're still burning? I don't understand it. It was supposed to be... They were supposed to be removing it. Weren't they supposed to do that?
Well,
After the after Dijkstra became the ruler.
Interested in books? You don't look the scholar, but well, we've ones with drawings as well.
Got a painting I'm looking to sell.
Good for you. But why come to me about it?
'Cause it's a Van Row. Heard you might...
A Van Row? I'll take it. Now, where's me purse? I haven't much just now. But I'll add a bit of loot. Another witch I left at his collateral. What was his name? Gaiatan?
That's so. Interesting. Thanks.
$500. Oh boy.
Ah, you're back.
Let's play Gwen.
Up for a few rounds of Gwen.
That's weird. I thought I played Gwen, but apparently not. Let's use Nilfgaard. Why not? One spy, two spies. I like. I'm actually fine with it. He used all his he used two commander squads. Dandelion commander squad. I love it. Another. Whoa. Okay. forgot to get rid of. Of catapult and the other thing. Oh boy, things are going south. Philippa Isle. Philippa Isle. Philippa Isle heart? A special card from a random guy? Philippa Isle heart? Philippa Isle heart? Philippa Isle. Philippa. That's pretty good. So there are 3 Gone to Redeem Darkness, as far as I know, and 1 normal siege unit. Where are the other 2? I'm not sure. Where's my inventory and my Gwen? The amazing, miraculous guide to Gwen. Velen 2, Skellige Isles 1, and 4 random cards. 2 people in Velen got special cards and 1 in Skellige. Where can I find them? Let's go to Skellige, I guess. Let's make this plus whatever.
Don't miss a woman's touch.
Why I told you that all that story about not following girls is that I'm asking myself what attracts guys watching girl streams. There are definitely interesting girls, and I do not doubt that, who know things, who can tell interesting stories, and who are entertaining. I do not doubt that. But a lot of girls who are streaming on Twitch, based on what I've seen, though of course I can, someone finds me boring. It's a matter of perspective. We'll get different tastes. But what I see is that a lot of girls, they are not doing anything productive on their streams. It's not a critique, it's more like an observation. So everyone does what she wants. if there is a different type of content, then probably there is a reason for that. But why would guys watch girls unless they are girls that are streaming in those, you know, in those provocative outfits and stuff? What kind of content are you finding there? So are you watching them out of despair or something because you don't have a girlfriend, or what might be the reason to watch such people who are making conflicts and who are saying weird things? Something interesting to analyze and to think about. What is this village? For some reason it looks familiar. What are these guys?
Strangers, no strangers.
Because there are a lot of people who watch them, you see. I'm asking myself a lot of questions. Why would you watch someone who is being half naked on the stream and kind of pretending, oh, I'm streaming video games, I'm a e-girl, I'm a gamer? Well, I should probably not analyze those things. I should probably stick to video games, because
Herbalist's cart. Got some blood here.
some humans are just weird.
Blood. Dried. A few days old.
Oh, I remember this quest. Okay, makes sense. Comprendo. Yo comprendo. But there's nothing here. Only... Okay, one little glyph and some random resources, but nothing interesting.
Trail's gone cold. Need to look around. Ask. Maybe someone's seen him. Bloodstains. Months old.
Oh, well, too many useless things. I don't know. Like, I got too many things in my inventory that I need to get rid of. I'm not even selling them. All these gold coins, I can hypothetically I can sell them, but I don't know what. Look at all these letters and stuff. What should I do with all of that? My inventory is full of junk. Inventory. Not inventory.
Good. Sharp now. We've company. What's brought you to these parts, Master? Lost your way?
No, looking for someone.
Ah, do tell. Perhaps we can help.
Bloodstains in the hut next door. Know anything about that?
Aye, course. Judd Guts game in there.
In someone else's hut?
None live there no more, see? And working neath the roof, it's more pleasant, civilized. Rain don't whip and sun don't blind.
But why poke your nose in there to start with? Do better to give an old couple some peace.
What is this place, exactly?
A village? Plain to see?
Abandoned huts is about all I see.
Aye. It's only us now. Young folk have gone off to the city seeking work, and the old have all died. Ain't that right, Judd?
Right as rain.
Looking for someone named Fulkert. Light-haired halfling. Ring any bells?
Aye. Saw a little one round here. Out picking herbs.
Till he got hurt. Ran across a trail of blood. Trail led me here.
Tis just as you say. Wolves had attacked him. He fled here seeking shelter. I told him, back to your city, young master. Plenty such dangers hereabouts. But the fool was stubborn. Said he had to pick his blooms aforehand. Ventured back into the woods. And that were the last of him. Heard howling that night. Sent shivers down my spine.
So where are his remains? Wolves would have left something. His boots, maybe.
Then go looking. Well, he's too old to go tramping about in the woods.
So long.
No. Something's fishy.
Rotting meat.
Something's fishy.
Damn it. Light-haired halfling. Must be Fulkert. Ripped open, gutted and drained. No way to determine the cause of death.
The first time when I played this quest, I stopped. I spoke with them, and I stopped here, and I didn't even know that there is an explanation to all the situation. They said, we don't know anything, so we don't know. But then, if you walk, you see, a little bit further, just over here, over this location here, then you actually start to find additional clues. Geralt starts to smell some weird odors.
Been to your larder. Meat-rich diet. That what you like?
Master, not at all. Tain't like that.
Best hope not, or you'll be next to get a hook through your neck.
The wolves killed him. Him and the others. We but gather the bodies. That's the truth.
We're old and frail, we've no strength to plough or sow, but we gotta eat. Have pity, master.
Vow never to eat another bite of human flesh, and I'll let you live.
Oh, I swear it on dear Mother Melitele, on the eternal fire, on...
Keep the gods out of it. Swear on your heads, which I will take if you break your vow.
Aye, we swear.
You live in the middle of nowhere. It's out of my way. But I'll be back. Better believe I'll be back.
We won't be back in The Witcher 3 as a game. But if Geralt says he'll be back, then he probably be back, because that's the case for the what's her name? Oriana from Blood and Wine DLC. When Geralt discovers that, if Geralt discovers that she's sucking blood from young kids because she's a vampire, she's a Bruxa. Geralt tells her that right now I don't have time, but I'll be back. And then we see the video when Geralt is going to a barn, drinking black blood, I think that's the name of the potion, and he kills Oriana. It's a very epic cinematic trailer, the introduction to The Witcher 3, which is not the introduction of Blood and Wine DLC, but the game, one of the few videos that were published before the game. So it's funny because this video mentioned Oriana before even the DLC actually was announced, so they already had plans for that, apparently.
Hey there. Volkert, your apprentice. I know what happened to him.
Out with it. I've gone near daft with worry.
He was... really no gentle way to put this. Cannibals ate him.
Cannibals? A short ride from Novigrad. In Velen, that would be one thing, but here... Gods! You slew them, right? Tell me you killed them.
Hired me to find out what happened to Volkert. Never mentioned murder.
But one will happen soon. You want naught to do with it, that is your right. But I aim to round up folk who still give a damn.
It's a couple of old folks. Doubt they'll put up a fight.
All the better. Now, I wager you want your coin, eh? Take it, and get out of my sight.
There's no easy way to put it. Cannibals ate him. Well, he could have said that he was killed by wolves. He was not killed by those old guys. So it's kinda... weird situation. Awkward. Well, I wanted to visit Skellige and this village. Where is this village? Is it Faerland? Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the one. As home to the best hunters in Skellige. Let's see what happened to this village. The world doesn't really adapt, but some things are changing. It's a very interesting situation.
Till Hjalmar split its massive skull, rid the isles of this fearsome foe.
There are still dead bodies here?
Rain gives me a powerful hunger.
Something I've always wondered. What do you witchers do once there are no basilisks, leshens, or giants around?
Simple
chat. Seek no trouble.
Something's wrong. Something's really wrong. I feel like they disabled it in the next gen update. Because I've read in Wikipedia about this quest. And basically what happens is that if you come back sometime later, and I think I verified it in the previous part, is that when you come back sometime later, the village is desolate. People left the village. Or not all, but at least maybe not everybody, but there are no dead bodies and trees are kind of dead. You see that the forest died because there's no lesson. But that's not the case right now, so it's very weird. I'm not entirely sure. Faerlon, the Witcher Wiki. Faerlon is the village located on the cliffs overlooking the western bay of Ardskellig. Due to the proximity to a dense forest, their elders believe in a powerful entity they call the Woodland Spirit, who is in fact a very old and powerful Leshen. This new form of worshipping has caused a great deal of controversy between the elders and the younger warriors and hunters of the village, who believe this being should be put to the sword. The inhabitants of Faerlon have always kept a certain distance from their fellow Skelliger, and a great deal more from foreigners. They are reserved and tight-lipped lot, which has allowed a great many unflattering rumors to emerge concerning them. It's weird because I'm sure there was, but there is no mention. Notes in this quest. The quest is in the heart of the woods. Choosing to side with Harold will prevent the player from obtaining the Woodland Spirit achievement as well as the Ancient Leshen mutagen necessary for the Ancient Leshen decoction for first playthrough. With Hearts of Stone expansion you have another chance to obtain one. After patch 4.0 or 4.0 as you say, which fixed the issue for Contract the Oxen for Drunk, this remains the only quest in the game that cannot be completed without a single failed objective. No matter what you do, one of the objectives for siding with either Harold or Sven will fail. Bugs. All wolves in the entire quest area will drop wolf hearts, not just the 5 that spawn near the altar, and subsequently you can collect more than the 5 necessary. No, that's not what I was looking for. That's weird. That's so weird. Like this piece of info, maybe I read it on Reddit or something? But why are there dead bodies here? It's so weird, so weird. It was not supposed to be like that. Let's deliver this letter that I wanted to deliver. I don't know when, but I forgot about it. Let's make this quest.
Got me eye on you.
Turns out they spoke the truth about you.
That's one thing.
Interested in a weapon? There's a tale behind every item I've got.
Think I have something that was meant for you.
A letter from me mum. Says here me sis was bringing it. How'd you come by it?
Came across some bodies in the woods, victims of a monster attack. Found this letter on one of the dead. A woman.
Singer's dead. Ah. Told her and Mom so many times. Come over, live with me. No. I had to stay on Pharaoh. I gotta send someone to fetch her body.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for bringing word. Not every man will go to the trouble. Here, take this.
Our ways, Drifter.
Kind of funny and interesting how a random blacksmith can be transformed into an NPC that has a backstory, and now you don't feel like it's just an NPC that is stuck here, you know, just an unliving NPC. Now you feel sad for him, for all the story, for his sister being dead. That's really sad. See, if Witcher, it's kind of crazy because these random little things, they make you they allow this kind of immersion in the game. It's very interesting. It's very cool, and that's how it should be in big projects, you see. It shouldn't be. It's so weird because in The Witcher 3, when you find all those things, you feel sad for. I don't know if it's only my problem or not, but I feel like in The Witcher 3, you really feel sad for these people, for this. Maybe because the world is harsh and stuff. Because I don't feel the same thing when I play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey and the Ancient Greece is, in terms of visual aspect, purely the visual aspect, it's better than The Witcher 3. It's definitely better. It looks amazing. Ancient Greece, oh man. But quests are just, they're average. I didn't feel much about
it's you. First outlander
about
to seek
people.
a place in the hero's pursuits. Will you ride here too? There's room for you if you want.
And I can explain why, because there are also sad stories in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But for some reason I didn't feel the same way as I feel when I played The Witcher 3. It's so weird. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'll ride. Might even win.
If your arse is as tough as your talk, who knows? Listen up, folks! The race is about to start! Running for the glory, the great Mum, or Speedy Oswald, Lonely Boy Svan, and Geralt of Rivia! Grab your bridles and hang on to your saddles! Ride on for Freya!
Oh no. I'm trying to find an explanation to this weird
No one can outrace Speedy Oswald!
weird situation, but I don't understand why. Why in Assassin's Creed Odyssey it doesn't feel as sad as in The Witcher 3.
No one can outrace Speedy Oswald!
I don't know, I need to think about it.
Keep your distance, vagrant.
Twas as you said it would be. You won. Glory's yours, as is the prize.
It feels way more kind of emotional in The Witcher 3.
You forget them. I'll
Fearsomers,
the many
strong and
times.
healthy ones. See? Will you say anything?
Leave me be, woman. I agreed to come back to you. Not to love you.
Killed a giant, sure, but now he just faffs about, seducing the lasses.
You see, so certain. What is wrong with you? You see, so certain things they change. We see the evolution. Lothar came back to Jonah. So some things they change. But why in Fairland things didn't change? I don't really understand it. If certain things change and we see NPCs kind of interacting with each other, why other quests are not changing? I feel confused. I think I'll make a couple of races and I'll end this part at the part 40, and I think in the next part I wanted to start invoice Wine Boys, but I'm not gonna do that. I suppose there are still a lot of quests, Witcher gear and stuff. There probably won't, though I think even right now it's too late to. I should have done it even before. But you see, there are so many quests and you got more or less acceptable fine gear from quests or from finding it somewhere here and there, so you don't even need to find those specific Witcher gear sets. Scavenger hunt Griffin School gear and stuff. You see, you can find it, but you don't really need to.
Not just famous, but handsome.
Want to chat? Go to a
You've
tavern.
not spent much. Will you accept the challenge, Witcher? Will you race?
Let's do this.
Listen up, good folk. Riding for the glory of Modron Freya today are Geralt of Rivia,
But I want this
Oarsman,
one.
and Red Ricka. The goddess watch over you, or grant you a beautiful death.
Famous girl.
Giddy up.
Show up.
You ride like a woman.
No, I remember this race. I won it already. I don't understand it.
Won't let you.
You ride like a woman.
Is it bugged or something?
And the winner is Witcher Geralt of Rivia! Such a feat deserves a reward. Here, may it remind you of your glory.
That's weird. Not sure. It's where can I settle back? Did it bug? The game crashed or something? I don't think the game crashed. So why am I not able to? Why didn't I qualify the last time?
Come on, Roach.
Mysterious things are happening in this game.
That's it, Roach.
So there is a mountain here, so I need to go over there.
Ooh. I've battled in worse ways.
For this village.
Fight a witcher.
Neither grin to get back. There you go. Dumb.
God's bless and reward you, Witcher. Though I can give you only a modest gift. Come by me home. It's not far. God's bless and reward you, Witcher.
That's weird. I feel like I did this quest not long ago. Well.
Vagrant.
You can do it again.
Glad you're here. We're one short of starting the race. You up for it?
Sure am.
Grab a horse. People, we've a third. Joining bold Sigurd and Fish Breath of Gear will be Geralt of Rivia.
You look at ill. Best nurse some mead at the...
They're off!
Move it!
Faster! Faster!
Look at that.
That all you got? Can't you go any faster?
The wagon. Need to look around.
Look, I found something. To here. What wagon?
Not so fast, Roach.
Listen, folk. Our winner is Geralt of Rivia. You've bathed yourself in honor, Witcher, and earned a beautiful prize. Well, you've just one pursuit left to run on Hindersfjall. Ride like you did today, and victory's as good as yours.
Well, I will do that in the next part. For now, it's fine. I did some quests. I told you random stories about this and that. What is that? What is that? What is that? It's exactly the same thing. A fear, but it looks more stylish, so I probably don't need this one. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. That's it for now, and I'll continue very soon.